Back again. Like we came to win. Like we gonna never lose. Back again. It's
Yes,
your
sir.
boy Vic. It's my big brother Mick, the maestro. South Florida Ave, week 15. Say hello.
What's good, little bro? Hey, man, just want to be able to say what's up to everyone we appreciate the support. Us starting this channel this year. We're going in 2024 with great expectations for next year. We hope that you guys will continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the support, you guys. Thank you for being here with us on this journey. Bro, how you doing?
I'm doing
Merry
amazing,
Christmas.
man. Merry Christmas. I think they call this Twixmas at this time.
Okay.
Post Christmas, pre New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Merry Twixmas.
Yes. And it's also the peak football season. We got a lot of things happening in the NFL, so let's get into it.
It wouldn't be peak football season in normal years. This ain't a normal year, ladies and gentlemen. It is going down in the NFL. It's going down in the NFL. Why? Dang. Every team out here is running neck and neck. We talked about a lot of these teams last week. Let's touch on them. Talk about what actually happened. Let's talk about what's going to happen this week. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we can start. I don't even know if I want to start here.
We
Let's get
shouldn't
it out of the
start.
way.
No. Okay, go ahead.
Let's not start there. Okay, I agree.
Good.
First
We
game.
shouldn't start there. We shouldn't
Bills,
start there. Obviously,
Bears?
no. Obviously, the first game we need to start with is the 49ers and the Ravens. Clearly.
He said obviously. All right.
Obviously. What are you talking about?
I'm cool with that.
It's the biggest game of the weekend. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Good point.
We
on
had
that.
some
Good point
we
on
had
that.
some
I
thoughts
agree.
last week. We had some thoughts
did.
last week about this game.
We sure
You
did.
saw the game.
I did.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, perfect time to say hashtag I told you so. Lamar Jackson is that dude. He is who we thought he was. Lamar is Pippen. Some might want to put him in Jordan category because I'm the only one over here talking about Jordan Mahomes. He still holds that category. Why? Titles, Title Town, still in Jordan Mahomes' pocket. It's a long season, man. Kind of hard to be a champion all season long, year after year. We're gonna calm down and let Jordan Mahomes live his life right now. But right now, we know who Scottie Pippen is, and that is Lamar Jackson, previous MVP, previous Heisman Trophy winner, and official Brock Purdy owner at this point in time. That's all I got to say about that.
Wow. Yeah. Great game for the Baltimore Ravens. That's what I can say. The 49ers look shell-shocked. I've never seen them look like that. Quite frankly, Brock Purdy couldn't finish the game. So the Ravens knocked him out of the game. So I saw Sam Donaldson got in there a little late, tried to shake some things up. But, man, that Ravens defense is scary, to say the least. And for them to check the 49ers the way they did, that was very impressive. And you're right. Lamar Jackson is that guy. Kudos to him. All props to Lamar. Quite frankly, going into the game, if there was an MVP discussion, I think Lamar just kind of took that over after the game. So wow, what a game. I can't overemphasize enough just what I saw and the way they took over the game, because the 49ers defense, as good as it is, they couldn't control what Lamar had going on, man. They would run the ball, throwing the ball, and their defense looked excellent against the 49ers offense. So kudos to the Baltimore Ravens. They might be the team to beat, quite frankly. I know we're talking about your Jordan Mahomes and everything else, but man, if Lamar Jackson can look like that in the playoffs with that type of defense, I don't know.
We talk about Jordan Mahomes. Basketball and football is two completely different games. One of them can be dominated by themselves individually, and that other one can't really happen. And the Chiefs have a problem because Jordan Mahomes is still Jordan Mahomes, but he is kind of suffering right now, talent-wise around him, offensively and defensively. You can't do it by yourself in football. This is a 22-man game, and he's only one at the end of the day. So, but and we could talk about Tom Brady in that regards too. But we ain't gonna talk about that today. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother season and a whole nother day. We'll get back to that on the off season, ladies and gentlemen. But with that being said, yeah, Lamar. I think I didn't expect the defense to show up and play looking like San Francisco more than San Francisco, and they did. So when you put that combination together, if they can do that consistently, yeah, they are the team to beat, bro. I did say last week that was a potential Super Bowl preview. I believed it, and that was canceling out the Kansas City Chiefs because I don't really see, I haven't even thought Chiefs Super Bowl this year. It would take a pretty much a Jordan effort for the Chiefs to get back to the Super Bowl this year. I agree with you. Shooting
We're gonna see.
Ravens.
They're gonna need this. They're gonna definitely need a Jordan effort because speaking of the Chiefs, we might as well roll right into that. Speaking of the Chiefs, what a game between the Chiefs and the Raiders. Man, it's so funny because we talked on Saturday. I guess this game was on Saturday, and you didn't even realize the game was coming on. So it was like a bonus because you're like, oh wow, this game's coming on right now. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Yeah. And man, was it a good game? Let me tell you what Antonio Pierce got the Raiders doing right now. For the Raiders to beat the Chiefs and not complete a second half pass, to just run the ball, to realize that they can't throw the ball, although he just threw it for over 300 yards in the game before against the Chargers, where they had a second half where they scored 70-something points. But the Chiefs had figured out the Raiders' offense, and they just wouldn't allow them to throw the ball. And the Raiders said, okay, we're not going to throw it. We're just going to run the ball and try to stop us. And they couldn't. And that Raiders defense, man, some timely interceptions in the first half gave them the big lead, and they were able like that. This close to Christmas, win the game on the road. Kudos to Antonio Pierce. He definitely should be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders now. There shouldn't be even a question prior to this game, but there definitely should be a question after the game. What a great game by the Raiders. And now the Chiefs are spiraling. So, yeah.
Shoe in for the head coach position because talk about when's the last time you've seen a team get inspired as much and have a huge turnaround in the way that they have. They haven't added one person to add any depth to their roster. It's just literally been grit turnaround, and they are playing football at an exceptional level. Pass, throw, or run doesn't matter. W after W, that's what they're getting. And I'll have to say again that I told you so last week that was going to happen. And as a matter of fact, Jap, calling your bluff because you said, Jap, who's not on here today, that this wasn't the game that we needed to talk about. You said, you know what? We don't got to talk about this one. That's what you said on this show last week. I tried to tell you.
Raiders. Wait. What he said? What he said?
He said, when have we got to talk about that? Easy button. That's what he said. Something like that. So I don't have the tape in front of me, but I remember because I was there. He said, oh, no, it's not even up for conversation. Easy button. Chiefs. That's what he said. Chiefs, L. Raiders, stop playing with them, man. Put some respect on their name. Raiders playing football right now. They are worth watching. I tried to tell you, and I did tell you so.
No, that's a great point. I mean, for them to basically, like you're saying, not really have any additions to the team. They let Antonio Pierce become the head coach. They win, I think, their next 2 games. Then they lose 3 games in a row, and now they're winning 2 games again. You're right. This is all attitude. This is just a change of the way we're going to go about our business in the locker room, and that has to be attributed to the head coach. Clearly, he's turned around this team. Clearly, he needs to be the head coach of this team. I'm afraid for the other AFC West teams because if Antonio Pierce can do this now in midseason, let him get an offseason underneath his belt. Let these players believe in what he's saying and, get behind him.
Yeah.
You might have something in Las Vegas. This could be exciting.
A couple draft picks. You got a problem over there.
Yeah, man. That's for real. Exciting. This looks good.
It's going to be good to see a Raiders team playing good football again.
Yeah, man. It's fun to see. It's fun to see the Raiders win. I'm not a Raiders fan, but I got to admit, it's good to see the Raiders not at the bottom of the league. It's exciting to see them actually be competitive in games. I'm liking this a lot. Just like it's exciting to see Detroit not be at the bottom of the league for a change. It's exciting to see them winning ball games.
Another W for them against the Vikings. Huge game that they needed to win. They won it, sitting pretty at the top of the NFC North, running things, running shop, looking confident, feeling real good. Watch out for them Lions.
Watch out, indeed. You did, and I love the way we're just seamlessly transitioning into these things. But I mean, since we're talking about it, why not? We're talking about it. You're right. The Lions are looking good. They're rolling. I just want to give a quick little shout out to the Vikings, though, if I can. The Vikings lost this game, but it's like putting together things with duct tape, but somehow they're managing to make it work. Like I know they lost, and we shouldn't be talking about the losers on the show too much, but man, I just got to give a quick shout out to this whole organization. Justin Jefferson's out there playing. He doesn't have to play. Your quarterback is hurt. They got Nick Mullins, the third or fourth quarterback they've tried already in this offense, and yet they're putting this type of effort out there week in and week out. Kudos to the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings team in general. But speaking of the Lions, big test this week. I know I'm kind of jumping around, but we are talking about the Lions. And since they are rolling this week, what a big test it's going to be for them to play this week, though. I mean, we're talking about what are they going to do? What kind of Lions team are you looking for? You know you've already made it into the playoffs, but this week it's a big game versus the Cowboys. So, man, I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. Dak and them boys took a tough loss to the Dolphins last week. Let's talk about that. What do you think about the Dolphins and Cowboys game?
Hey, tough, close. I think it was a closer game than I expected it to be, realistically speaking. Your boy, South Florida Ave Vic is down here in South Florida for real. And I mean, I've been watching these Dolphins. Whether you guys, anyone else has been doing that throughout the season so far. Obviously, they've been playing impressive football, and everybody's starting to catch up now. But they're big things popping down here in South Florida, and I expected them to kind of embarrass the Cowboys, but that didn't necessarily happen. I don't think the Dolphins care too much, but you know, it is what it is. On the road against the Dolphins, huge game, tough game. Uh, Cowboys walk out with a L. Their fans are probably not too happy about that, but I think they should probably focus, like you just said, more on this week in a game against the Lions. That's a huge game for both of those teams. Both of them need a win, and it's going to be very interesting. However,
Yeah.
Dolphins, we saw it coming.
You saw what coming? What do you mean you saw it coming? What do you mean?
Oh, we saw the Cowboys taking the L in Miami.
Oh yeah. I mean, like you said though, but you have to give the Dolphins credit. Cowboys credit. Cowboys was in the game. It was actually really competitive. I was impressed with Dak playing that way on the road, especially considering how badly they played in Buffalo. So for them to go down to Miami like that, big game. But you're right. This week, probably more important than last week, is this week. Because if you don't win this week, them being the Cowboys, now you solidified that moniker that people are trying to give you, that you can't win against teams with winning records, and that was a chance for you to dispel that last week. You came up short. You got the chance to play the Detroit Lions this week. If you lose to Detroit this week, not good. So everybody's going to be like, oh, same old Cowboys, roll into the playoffs. And you're going to bump your head in the first round. So we'll see. But I think Detroit is going to win this game, and I think the Cowboys smoke will just get louder and louder. So we'll see.
I agree with you. I take the Lions on this one. They ain't scared of them boys for good reason. Yeah. At the same time, but before we go too far, let's get back into last week. The Steelers did beat the Bengals, and I let you go ahead and speak on it because I wasn't done with Jap just yet. We told him we wasn't gonna let him off the hook on this type of stuff. We wanted to come on, we wanted to bring him on, but hey, on here you got to stand on whatever you let come out of your mouth, right? And I think he hasn't been paying attention all year as far as our conversations regarding the Steelers and Mike Tomlin. And I don't know, he might have added some fuel to this man's fire because don't look now, the Steelers got another W against the Bengals, who thought, well, we talked about this. They've been mildewed, they've been barbecued, they've been mildewed, they've been barbecued. We don't know where they're at. But I tell you what, they probably thought they were heading back to put some gas in the grill. The Steelers said no. What you think?
Yeah, no doubt that the Bengals, I'm sure, went into this game thinking that the Steelers was a team that was ready to pack it in. And that's exactly the team that they did not get on Sunday. So, yeah, listen, making a change at quarterback, got George Pickens excited. He was out there catching TD passes. The defense woke up. They looked really impressive on Sunday. And again, like you say, bro, we can't we want to keep trying to put some dirt on Mike Tomlin's name, but we can't do it, bro. Like Mike Tomlin is the Teflon Don. You're not gonna mess with him. The minute you think you got him in a corner, he's gonna show you what time it is. He's gonna pull out the black Air Force Ones and tell them boys that they better quit trying him. And for whatever reason, they get up and they show out. So man, shout out to Mike Tomlin and the Steelers for just pulling one out of the nowhere, because the Bengals were kind of rolling. We got the Browning kid in there, and some Bengals fans felt like they were really missing a lot with Burrow out of the game. But man, they brought that back down to reality on Sunday. So shout out to the Steelers. Good game.
So they can get to stomping in their Air Force Ones. They're still
For sure.
I guess that's what it is, huh?
For sure, indeed. Mike Tomlin knows how to turn them up.
Not leaving that division. Still interesting over there. Browns beat the Texans. The on fire Texans looking pretty good. You said this earlier before we started the show. Sitting at 10-5. Crazy record.
The Browns.
I'm sorry, the Browns sitting at 10-5.
Yes.
I'm not even really sure what the Texans are sitting at, but
I'm not sure now. They've lost 2 in a row, but CJ Stroud hasn't played, and that's what I said last week. I was like, hey, I don't know going into this game if there's no CJ, all bets are off, because I can't roll with the Texans if there's no CJ. So that being said, they did make the game competitive, but man, the Browns jumped out on them. Bro, I don't know what's happening with Joe Flacco, bro.
I've seen these guys play, and this is crazy.
10-5. The Browns. What's happening this year, Vic? The Browns, the Lions are winning. Like, what's happening right now? The Raiders. What is happening?
We're talking
this is crazy right now, man.
At least 3 teams, including Browning, including the Texans right now, including the Browns, who are down to their 3rd quarterbacks, including the Steelers. And these guys are playoff contention teams right now. Interesting season. Never seen something like this in a while. But looking good right now. But with that being said, we're talking about the Texans. I don't know exactly what their record is right now, but I know it definitely does help that last week, we ain't leaving you alone just yet. Because them Jags got that smack to their backs. And it was not all that. It was actually all that for the Bucs. Wasn't pretty for the Jags. You had this man calling out game plans. You actually asked him, what's your game plan? You called it out game plans. I don't know if the game plan was successful or not. I tell you what, them Jags got smacked up and down. Up on the floor, smack that. Then floor, smack that. Ding, ding, dong, dong. Oh, no Trevor Lawrence. Did nothing. Let the Bucs score 30 points. Dang. Come on, man. We needed this. I had the Jags. I took the Jags. Wanted to talk about the Jags. Dang, Jags. Y'all might be mildew right now. Mick, it's your flow, bro.
Hey, man. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say outside of what you just said. I'm not going to gloat on it too long, other than the fact that I can tell you, told you so. But yeah, I mean, like, hey, man, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what we was going to do. We did that. You know what I'm saying? Here's the one I want to emphasize though about the game. Seriously, I've been so impressed with Baker. I know with the perfect quarterback rating in Lambeau Field, we got really excited about that. And then coming off the next week after that, having to have that win, last week, and then this week, again against Trevor Lawrence and the boys, it was so impressive. The way the team is playing collectively, I definitely see the attitude from Mike Evans has changed over the last couple of weeks on the sideline as well. Just him and Baker are definitely are in sync. The defense has figured something out. We're still putting up a lot of points, but we still have figured out some things. And there's some little things going on with the linebacker position that we got to figure out. But outside of that, man, we're looking really good. I'm excited about what happens in the future. I'm excited about this Sunday.
Well, before we talk about this Sunday, we'll have to go ahead and talk about last Sunday. And, the problem will happen. See, I know what happened. I wasn't garbed up, and I know better, man. I'm sorry, Saints. We put up a good fight against the Rams. I knew it was going to be a tough game. We should have won that game, regardless of the case. We should not put ourselves in that position. I'm not going to talk about the things that I don't like about my team right now. I made that very clear and evident. but I still gotta support my team
Yep.
because it takes more than one person to win this game. And we didn't bring it through. But it's because I wasn't garbed up. Well, I'm garbed up today, bro, because this Sunday, huge implications. I don't know if it gets bigger for us for the rest of the season. No, in fact, it does not get bigger for us for the rest of the season. Taking on the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. And you know what? It makes only the perfect sense that South Florida Ave is going to be making an appearance in, what's the name of that stadium again?
I
Raymond
don't know.
James
Raymond
Stadium.
James Stadium.
Raymond
Yeah,
James
let's
Stadium,
go.
Tampa, Florida,
Let's
1
go.
o'clock p.m. Your boy, South Florida Ave, Vic Versatile, South Florida Vic, aka whatever you want to call it, and the maestro, my big bro Mick. We're going to be in the building. Raymond James, 100 section. We got to see this live for ourselves.
Game time, baby. We're going to be
We got to see
live
what's
and
really
in the
happening
building,
in
literally, for
the building.
Bucks versus, you on this side,
Yeah, I
versus
need you to wear that.
Saints.
I need you to wear that Sunday, all right? Wear that right there.
No.
Because I
I ain't
will
wearing
not.
this.
I'm going to be garbed up, Saints, for y'all this week, all right?
Bucks,
Y'all ain't going to get
Saints,
no closer to
baby.
me. Y'all needed my support. I know you needed me
Let's
there.
go.
I'm going to be there. So all we need to do is take this W on Sunday, and then we might be all right, guys.
Might be.
We made it
Might be.
hard for
Asking
ourselves
for
out
a lot.
here. We might be all right.
We are still ahead of the division. So I think if you win this game, you still need some other factors in order to topple us for the division lead. But, there's still a game outside of next week. So we'll see. But this is obviously a big game within the conference because obviously if we can win this game against you guys, that's going to put us a game and a half ahead of you guys. It's over. So we win this game, it's over. We get the conference. But if you win the game, things get interesting next week. So
yeah, we need the Panthers to
we'll
beat
see.
you guys next week after we get this W on Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Period, point blank. New Year's
Mm-hmm.
Eve, Happy New Year, Happy New Saints. That's us. That's what we do on Sunday. But after that, we need the Panthers to go ahead and knock off the Bucks too. It ain't too far fetched.
It's not too far fetched. Stranger things have happened, but
Especially
asking
this
a lot.
year.
Asking a lot, though. It is asking
I
a lot.
did see a couple scenarios that asked, a couple other teams got to win and lose. I don't.
Right.
Who knows? Doesn't matter.
We'll see.
What does matter?
Doesn't matter.
What South Florida Ave going to be reporting on Sunday. And
What matters is Sunday. What matters is Sunday, honestly. It doesn't matter what happens after the game. It matters who wins the game on Sunday. Who wins matters, period.
So that's going to be fun, bro. I look forward to seeing you there.
To it. Absolutely.
You guys stay tuned. We will keep you guys posted. Got to give you some South Florida Ave footage. I mean, this is what we're doing it for.
Yes,
so
sir.
We're going to do it right. Can make this up. That's it for me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like that's what's up. That's what's on our menu for this week. We touched last week. Week 17 coming up. Starting off and ended off with Saints Bucs. Party time. And that's it.
That's it.
Please, guys, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Hey, we already got somebody on here. I don't know if they were, I don't know if they did their preseason workouts before they came on here. You know what I mean? They probably should have. But hey, we appreciate you, Jack, for showing up. We want to have you back on here. We know you got something to say about the stuff that we said. So, doors are not closed over here. But anybody else who wants to get on here, like we said, like, comment, subscribe, share. We'll be happy to have you on. If that's nothing else for you, Mick, want to throw something in there?
Happy New Year, you guys. God bless you. Happy New Year, man. Big things in 2024, man. We're blessed to be here. Let's make it a great year, huh? Love you guys.
Amen. Till next time, South Florida Ave, we out. Peace.
Later.
Peace.